I'm wondering, is Lowe's, are the malls, are Home Depot, grocery stores, are these places? I didn't know that they were feed stores. I did. I honestly did not know they were feed stores. Look around. I mean, all I hear is bah bah bah. I mean, I see masks. I see diapers on people's faces, and I hear bah noises. There's like one or two or three humans in there, but I don't see anybody else. I don't understand it. I was at a store recently, and I was like, man, I thought about it, and I was like, man, I'm just waiting for these green alien creatures or something to come down from the shelves with fangs and stuff, and maybe eight-legged, uh, some type of monkey creatures to start rolling down the aisles with giant fangs and blood on their fangs. I'm not kidding. They should play, instead of playing their usual music in these stores, like, some type of popular music, they should play like Halloween tunes or like horror movie sounds. I'm not kidding. And make the lights flicker. I mean, I tell you that. I mean, that's about what it feels like. And I heard a little bit of a recording about Cuomo recently. He was talking about, that he feels the vaccine may not be popular by people to take the vaccine under Trump. Well, guys, that's okay because they already have one for Biden. They already got it made up. You can. This is my guess or whatever, and Gates has probably got his hands on it. And people will take this one because it's under Biden. Biden will say this one is good. It's been thoroughly tested. You know, yeah, take that one, and then see how many people are dead after about 5 years from it. Of course, they won't say it's the vaccine that did it. Um, it's all a freak show. They rip off the election, and yeah, I'm not sure. Have you heard this? I haven't found the news report on it, but I heard that people who are receiving governmental assistance, it might not be food stamps. It might only be assistance with children that are in schools, like food assistance or something like that. But I've heard in New York City that in order to receive these benefits, continue to receive these benefits, the people have to be vaccinated. It's a requirement, or they can't continue to get the benefits. See, they're like, if you want your goodie, you got to get shot. Got to get shot up by the juice. Government. I hope you guys at least had a peaceful Thanksgiving. Whatever you did have. Whatever you did, hopefully it was at least. I like peaceful. That's why I say peaceful. Um, and I mean, I'm sorry. I was at the same store I was speaking about earlier, and I was looking around, just observing and looking at people. There was a few people that weren't wearing masks, but I was looking around, and I started laughing. I had to like stop it and leave the area because I just could not believe these various. It's like Why are you wearing that? I feel like saying to somebody, like, why are you wearing that? You really, that does not protect you against a virus. I mean, all different types of, um, all of these different types of submission muzzles they have in their faces. All different styles, it seemed like. And I'm thinking, like, a virus. All it needs is one little piece of a virus, and it multiplies. From what I understand, it multiplies in the body. All it takes is one little bit. And that little mask is not going to protect you from all those one little bits. If you're walking around and you get a little piece on you, take that mask off, you breathe it in, you got a little piece of that air, that little virus in you. It's all it takes. And yes, people are probably just playing along to go along. But that's a sheep. You're setting yourself up for a slaughter. When you don't have to wear one, don't wear one. Now, for those who are afraid and all that kind of stuff, you can wear one ever, wear one. But the point of it is that the way to get out of this is to not comply. Just don't go along with it. Some situations you have to, but just don't go along with it. If the businesses say you can't come in, fine, order stuff online. The local brick and mortar stores can go out of business. If they enforce it, they don't have jobs there. If I was working at one of them, I wouldn't enforce it unless I was told to by my boss. And even then, if I'm going to lose my hours or my job because I'm enforcing it, I'm going to probably not enforce it or not so much. I'll say, I've been told to tell you have to wear a mask. The customer says, well, I'm not wearing one. I say, okay, just let them walk by. Now, that's the most I will probably do. I'm not there to be a cop. I'm there to help people buy stuff. I would be there so I can get some money for my paycheck. Now, I don't really know what else to say about all of it. I just don't know. They're asking for it. The way out is just not to go along with it. And like I said, if it was really, really something bad, I said this before in another recording. If this virus was really, really something bad, where it's just multiplying and it's turning people blue and they're bleeding everywhere and they die within a day or two, and it's spreading like, millions and millions and shooting up the high of 100 million are infected and 20 million plus are dying per day, and the infection rate is soaring. I'll never go outside. I'll never go near anybody. I'll never check the mail. Nothing. I'll cut the water off. I'll just make sure that everything. I'll get some water in, maybe, but I'll sterilize it, and I'll be turning that tap off from thereafter. There's no way. There's no way. But that's not this. It would be foolish to go, if you ever seen the movie Contagion, that's what I'm kind of referring to. This is not Contagion. It's a sham. It's a means to control. It's a means to see how far things can be pushed. It's a tester. When I say a tester, what does that mean? A test is to see what people can get away with. What can be done? How far people can be pushed? Some people say, yeah, it was an economic collapse cover-up, this COVID-19. Maybe. But I'm starting to question if that's the case. The way out is just to people just got to stop going along. Just stop going along with it, and the enforcers will give up. The media will look stupid as hell, and people will just tired of the media scaring them, and that'll be about that. It's pretty simple, and I believe that it can be brought to that level. And if you don't like the way, let's say you have kids in school, and you don't like the fact that they're out of school and they're having to do the school through the internet, I would call your principal. I would call the principal of the school and say, hey, I'm tired of this. I'm paying property taxes to pay for these schools. I don't want my kids, for this virus, to not be in school. I want no restrictions. I want it to go back how it was before. I'm tired of paying for this, and I don't want to pay for it. And, if enough people do that, enough people get sick of it, people will be elected who people will campaign, or whatever you want to call it, run for positions in saying that they don't want to have restrictions. And these people will be elected. And then when they get in there, they will cancel all these restrictions. It has to be done. Otherwise, abuses occur to people. Did you hear about what's going on with the Biden group, man? If you check out who is actually being chosen to handle certain positions under within the Biden administration, my gosh, I think Hillary Clinton has the. I think I heard something about her being chosen for the DHS head DHS security position, or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know exactly what it's called right now. Hillary Clinton in charge of that. Fox, it's like a coyote or a wolf watching the hen house. Please. And then we got Kamala and Biden, and who knows? It's just insane. All I can say is people are going to choose what they're going to choose, and they will get what they get. And these kind of people will antagonize Russia. They will screw with the American people in order to prop up their buddies who are controlling China, or who have connections with the profits that can be made through having slave labor in China. They will bring the United States under the boot of international globalists. Russia, I hope, will not stand for it to be bossed around. The problem with all this is that Russia is more than capable, despite what we're told by the Secretary of State person. Russia is more than capable of slamming hard the United States and defending itself greatly against the United States. People don't realize this. Yes, we have lasers in space and all this kind of stuff, but Russia has very fast missiles, extremely fast, and very, very powerful ones. They have one called Satan II, which I think one of these nuclear missiles, can take out. I think one can take out, if it landed, let's say in DC area, it could take out probably the majority of the East Coast states. I think they can take out, I heard about one could take out the eastern states, just one. And it's so strong that it could possibly crack the core of the planet, which would cause a problem with this planet. You want to talk about lava shooting up, and it could really mess up the planet. Um, and in Denver, Colorado, which I think there's a lot of secret underground bases in there, one of these Satan 2s probably could crack right into that and take them out and make those bases crumble and get caved in on. I mean, people say, oh, they're way over in Russia. We'll detect the missiles when they're shot. Do you ever hear of submarines? Do you ever hear of things that cannot be detected that are underwater, right off the shore of the United States? Do you ever hear of things that can be within the United States that are not detectable? The radiation cannot be detected by radiation scanning satellites. And then there's electronic disturbance. Let's put it this way: electronics can be made so they're not usable. In other words, U.S. planes and ships, military planes and ships and equipment can be made so they're non-functional, while the enemies are functional. It's so stupid. And I think Russia understands that they will take hits, yes. But the point of it is that a lot of their weapons may be offensive these days. They also know that their weapons, at least I would think so, their weapons can be used, especially the electronics ones, can be used to make the United States offensive weapons non-functional.